Hello everyone, welcome back to Team AutoTrend channel. This is your Viprajesh. Well, you may have already seen my exclusive detailed walk-around review of the brand new Mahindra Scorpio Classic. Today we are going to take this Scorpio Classic for a drive around Coimbatore in city roads and free highways as well to see how does it perform when compared to the previous Scorpio, which had 140 PS of maximum power, as well as the Scorpio N, which has got even a lot of features and more power. So let's start the drive, but before that please make sure to subscribe to our channel as we provide detailed reviews of all variants of all cars in all colors as well. You can also see regular news updates. Most importantly, please like and share this video as it is your support that keeps us going. Moreover, you can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter as well. So let's get on with this drive, shall we?
Activated.
Today, this Scorpio Classic has been provided to us by CAI Auto Industries Private Limited, Mahindra showroom in Coimbatore. Compared to the previous Scorpio, the front grille and bumper design have been completely changed, providing LED DRLs on the bumper, while the headlamps also house the LED eyebrow parking lamps. The body shell of the previous Scorpio has been carried forward, so on the side profile you don't get to see much of a difference. Apart from the brand new 17-inch dual-tone alloy wheels, you get to see new side body claddings with the Scorpio branding. It has to be noted that this Scorpio Classic is taller than the new Scorpio N. Still maintaining all the signature design elements, including the stepped roof design, Mahindra have added new reflector strips above the actual LED tail lamps, reminding us of the old M-Hawk Scorpio. Only this topmost S11 variant get body colored door handles, roof rails, rear windshield wiper washer with defogger. However, it still misses out on the reverse parking camera. Both variants of the Classic also get micro-hybrid technology. Let's now get inside to check out the changes. The exterior shell and body design has not changed, and that seems to be the same case on the inside as well, as the overall interior layout along with the design elements have been carried forward from the older Scorpio. This here is the top level S11 variant, which means you get the leather wrapped steering wheel, also housing the steering mounted audio controls and cruise control. But still, for such an SUV, while the MID shows a gear indicator, strangely it does not offer any instantaneous efficiency or average mileage display. However, remote sensor locking is available on this S11. Similarly, height adjustment for the driver's seat is also available only on the S11. Talking about the seats, these seats are quite comfortable with the individual center armrests, but when it comes to storage, there are no bottle holders on the front doors, which means the bottle has to be stored in the center console. The design of the center console has not changed, but the gear lever seems to be borrowed from the brand new Scorpio N. Moreover, this faux wood-like finish on the center console is also brand new and looks very unique. This variant also gets automatic climate control along with a larger new 9-inch touchscreen infotainment system, which is actually an Android-based system and does not offer Apple CarPlay or a reverse parking camera at this price point. Definitely, this Scorpio Classic needs quite a lot of features. On the Scorpio Classic, actual bottle holders are provided only for the rear seat passengers along with a separate phone holder pocket. Just like the older Scorpio, the Classic is also available with either a bench seat option or a captain chair option. If you opt for the bench seat, you get a center armrest on the S11 variant along with two individual adjustable headrests. The base level S does not even have full door plastic padding. The dashboard design is carried from the older Scorpio exactly, except for some changes including the gear lever and the new touchscreen system. At this price point, this Classic needed to have more features including automatic headlamps, auto wipers and a reverse parking camera. But the good thing is that you get to see rear AC vents for the second row passengers, but still the 12-volt charging socket which used to be provided over here is absent on this new Classic. It is quite a shame that such a large SUV has got only one charging port, that too for the front passengers only. Other ergonomic misses include the absence of any gap between the door pads and the seats, which means if the doors are closed, both the front occupants cannot adjust the seat, including height adjust. Such issues could have been rectified by Mahindra. Yes, they could have provided more safety features as well, as this massive SUV still provides only dual airbags, ABS with EBD and remote sensor locking. Just like the traditional Scorpio, the Classic also provides two small jump seats in the rear area. However, you can opt for a forward-facing third row bench seat. These jump seats do not provide seat belts and they may not be the most comfortable. If there are only 5 passengers, then you can easily fold these jump seats away, making space for luggage. Apart from the front speakers, the boot door also integrates two speakers, but still this Classic misses out on some common features. Let's now check out the engine bay. Since the launch of the original Scorpio M-Hawk, Mahindra have been improving and refining their diesel engine with their successive SUVs including the XUV500, the XUV700, the new Scorpio N and this Scorpio Classic. But opening this bonnet itself, you get to see a feature which is missing on the Scorpio N, and that feature is the hydraulic bonnet strut. For such a heavy bonnet, this feature is absolutely essential. However, the Scorpio N does not have that. This 2.2-liter M-Hawk turbo diesel engine has got a similar state of tune as the entry-level variant of the Scorpio N, producing 130 PS of maximum power and 300 Nm of maximum torque through a 6-speed manual gearbox. Yes, the older Scorpio used to produce 140 PS of maximum power, but this engine seems to be quite a lot more refined than before. Now let's get this beast on the road. Yes friends, right now we are inside the brand new Mahindra Scorpio Classic and we are going to start the drive. But before that, let me just give you some stats about this car. This car is equipped with the very same 2.2-liter M-Hawk turbo diesel engine, but it now produces 130 PS of maximum power instead of the 140 PS power we have seen on the previous Scorpio. While it is not as powerful as the Scorpio N, it is almost equal in terms of power and torque figures when compared to the entry-level models of the Scorpio N. So let's start the drive, but before that let me judge the NVH. So let's start the engine. Turning off the AC. The initial impression is that it is extremely refined. There is only a faint bit of rumble inside the cabin, and if you rev the engine, it is like a creamy kind of note. I like this. Yep, I like this. So let's turn on the aircon into speed 1 and let's start the drive. Wow, the clutch is actually very light. Despite having long throw, it has got a fair bit of play. The clutch travel is a bit more than expected. The gear is also having some long throws, but still it is very light to handle. I have got no problem at all. And if you just tap the accelerator, it just goes. Yes, that is the typical trait of the Scorpio. It simply goes. Whee! And right now we have got some level of free stretch over here. So let's try that out. Yep, putting my foot down. Let's get to 3000 RPM in third gear. Wow, that was 70 and crossed 80, reaching 90, and I'm yet to reach 3000 RPM. Nice. Crossed 100, we are doing 110. Nice, very nice. Yes, that's what the Scorpio is all about. Performance, fun factor, and simply muscular levels of commanding stance. Nice. Let's now get on to some bad roads. For that, let me just take a U-turn. Okay, there's the legendary Scorpio in front of me. There's the M-Hawk. Actually, Mahindra claims that this Scorpio Classic has got an updated suspension setup. It is more refined than before, definitely. And it is even more comfortable than before. That's what Mahindra claims. I actually believe them, because the engine definitely seems refined. The clutch is lighter. It is more easier to handle. Despite being a massive bulky SUV, it is very, very easy to handle. Yes, it is still a hydraulic steering, but it is also fairly light. It's not too heavy. I think this is perfect. For a bulky body-on-frame SUV, this is almost the perfect setup. Yeah, regarding the suspension, I have to test it out on bad roads and at higher speeds as well. I will definitely get onto some highways outside of Coimbatore, but
First, let me just take this car onto some bad roads. As I said, this year is the bad road stretch, and yeah, still this area has not yet been repaired. That was a very small speed bump, but I barely felt that. Now I am deliberately driving on this bad stretch over here, and this car seems to absorb everything. Yeah, there is obviously that bit of, say, bumping on these bad stretches, but still it does not phase the car at all. It is very absorbent. It is as any other proper suspension setup should work. Yep, I am quite satisfied. So enough about that. Let's just take this car onto some highways. Yes guys, I had promised you that I will take this Scorpio Classic on the highways, testing out the high speed ability, suspension and the capability of this car. So first let's just test out the acceleration. So slotting it into first gear, handbrake down, and let's start. That was a whole lot of wheel spin and torque steer. Some bad traffic. Okay, alright, pushing through. Within no time there is 80, that too in third gear. Now I am in fourth gear and crossing 100. Awesome, it's still going. 120 and 130, and there is a flyover joint over here. Okay, so that was 140 on the flyover joint, and braking now. Nice. The body control is pretty good. It is solid. Yeah, once you go beyond 120, there is that slight say pitching and bobbing, but that cannot be avoided since this is a massive body on frame SUV. It is a part of the suspension setup and the construction itself, so you cannot avoid that. But for the most part, this feels definitely far more controlled and refined than before. Even at higher speeds, it has got that body control, and it is very comfortable as well. You obviously can get the power from wherever you want in the rear band, and braking is also not an issue. There is the nosedive, that is the typical body roll nosedive issue, but it's not that bad compared to the previous Scorpios. This is much better. So yes, after driving like crazy, let's just get into a sedate, more sane mode over here. Let's just try out the cruise control. So turning on the cruise control is very easy on this car. You have to just press this plus button on the steering wheel for a couple seconds, and that's it. Cruise control is engaged in fifth gear at 100 km/h. I can do this all day long for however thousands of kilometers. This is going to be very relaxing. That said, the steering feel control is actually pretty good, very good in fact. Even on flyover joints at higher speeds, you don't feel the need to slow down, and there is no obvious kickback. There is not much of a harsh kickback from the steering wheel, which means you can sure-footedly carry over higher speeds in your Scorpio. And driving in the sixth gear will obviously get you much better mileage as well. Yep, this is properly satisfying. A massive body on frame SUV with loads of power and torque, a higher commanding driving position, and a comfortable suspension setup. It is going to be pretty good on longer drives as well. Yep, let's get into the traffic and get back into the city to finish this review. Yes folks, that was a detailed drive review of the brand new Mahindra Scorpio Classic. Well, if you want a proper body on frame, muscular, beefy SUV in the market without any high-tech features and some modern aspects, then this Scorpio Classic is going to be the best choice for you, because this is currently the only body on frame SUV
which has got a 20-year-old legacy.
So the on-road pricing of this Scorpio Classic is on the screen for you right now. Do let me know in the comment section below what do you think about this Mahindra Scorpio Classic. Meanwhile, this is Viprajesh signing off. See you on another video. Thank you for watching.